Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. In case you're new here, my channel is called Light Fragments Oracle and my name is Susie. Welcome, I'm so happy that you're here. Basically, today's video is all about I owe all of you an apology. And the reason being is I do not like to share items on my channel too soon, and I do it all the time, and then down the road I end up having issues with the products. And there is one product that I am having issues with that just turned up last week, right after I shared my video, this last video. And that is the Numbuzzin NAD Plus Bio 9 Plus Lifting Sil Essence Time Reversing. I was using this faithfully every single day. And I didn't notice really anything. I mean, I noticed that, I thought that it would sink into my skin more, but I was like, I'm okay with that. Particularly if I'm not going to wear makeup, because it would leave a little sheen. And then about 3 days after I shot my video for all of you guys, I think it was last week, I was touching my skin. And I'm like, what is going on with my skin? It felt like there were little tiny, like microscopic, little tiny bumps. I even looked in my magnifying mirror and I couldn't really see anything, but I could feel it with my fingertips. So I said, the only thing that I have done different is this. I have tried that pressed powder from Tarte. That wasn't it. I've used it since. So I stopped this and miraculously my skin got better. So it's been about a week. And I was like, well, that really stinks because I shared this on my channel. And there must be a peptide in here that I can't use or something that's bothering my skin. But my skin didn't turn red. It didn't flake. It just felt like I could feel it on my skin. Like I'm feeling my skin now and I don't feel anything. I don't feel anything at all. So I am going to actually throw this away. And the other apology is when I watch something on YouTube, I'm going to have to be even more astute when I decide I want to try it. Because I'm an older, mature woman. My body is going through a lot of changes right now because of breast cancer. And I just have to be really careful what I'm putting on my skin. Not obsessively careful, but careful. So we're going to say bye-bye to Numbuzzin. It's going in the trash. Maybe there's a reason it was only $26. So if you purchased it and you're not having any problems, good. But I cannot use it. Now I'm going to talk about what I can use. And I've talked about this before. I swear by this cream. As a matter of fact, it is pricey, but it's not $100. And this is not a plug for City Beauty, but it is my go-to cream. And this is the Barrier Rescue Firming Night Cream. The stuff is amazing. I swear this stuff healed my skin from that other stuff. And I put this on every night. Maybe I shouldn't be using this with that. You know, a lot of times they'll say don't use other products in conjunction with other products. Try to stay with a regimen. So what I did, and this is for all of you, I'll try to link it below. Until May 2nd, there's a 30% off site-wide sale on City Beauty, and I ordered myself for daytime the City Beauty Advanced Action Sculpture Cream, and I can use that during the day. With the discount, I got $21 off for a big jar, and I'm really, really excited. So now I have my day cream and my night cream. I do want to talk a little bit more about City Beauty, and that is I am almost out of this restoring hand treatment. I put it on every night when I'm sitting in my chair. I mean, look at it. I think I'm going to have to cut this so I can scoop the rest of it out. It's a great restoring hand treatment, but if you want to stay within the City Beauty regimen, this is a really nice hand cream, and it's almost ready to be thrown away. The last thing that I want to talk to you before I get into my topic today, other than I apologize, is this is a personal opinion. And I've said it before, and I'm going to say it again. Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray is hands down the best setting spray on the market. Now I just tried a sample of the Fix It. Didn't like it. This is the one I keep downstairs. You can see it's almost gone. And I have an extra large one that I keep up here, which I might take some of this somehow and pour it into this one. So I have one downstairs and one upstairs. So I wanted to get that off my chest. Let's get into the topic of today. I wanted to update you guys on what's going on with my breast cancer diagnosis and treatments. I don't know if I told you guys, but I'm growing these out. I'm growing these out. And it's getting to be kind of a pain in my butt. All right. I didn't mention this in my last video, and I thought about it after the fact, and that is I got my Oncotype score back. If you get a score of 26 and above, then chemotherapy is recommended. And my score came back at a 13. So I do not need chemo, which is I'm so thrilled about. So thrilled about. But I am going to have radiation, as I mentioned before. So yesterday was my simulation. It's called the mapping and the forming. Hold that thought. Today I'm going to be using the Nars Santa Fe Sheer Glow Medium 2 foundation. This is the one that I was iffy about, but I told you in the last video that I learned how to put it on. And it looks really nice. So, what else was I going to do here? Oh, I want to do my eyes first before I do my foundation. So anyhow, getting back to what I was saying, I'm sorry. This is the way my brain has been. I don't have any bullet points to look at. I don't have any notes. So I might be all over the place, but you know how they say chemo brain? Well, there is such a thing as breast cancer brain. because there is just so much. There's so much information. There are so many appointments. There's spaces in between where you're wondering what's going on, and then it ramps up, and then you're so busy, and then there's paperwork, and my head just gets really clogged with information. I'm constantly checking my schedule. I'm trying to, fit back into going to work. And so I call it breast cancer brain. Like, I will stop and be like, what was I talking about? Or I'll lose my train of thought because I'm here, but I'm not here. So I really, really try to stay in the present moment. I have another apology I'm going to have to talk to you guys about too. And that is the Tarte pressed powder. Again, breast cancer brain. I don't know what I was thinking. Honestly, I don't know what I was thinking. I kept saying to myself, something's not right here. And when I would put it on as a foundation, I'm like, this isn't covering up anything. It's just like, it's giving me a little like sheer veil over my skin, but I have to go back and I have to cover stuff up, and what's going on here? Well, I went back and I watched the video from where I ordered this, and it is a pressed powder that you put on over your foundation. So, another apology. I do apologize, but it is an absolutely beautiful pressed powder. And I know that Tarte is not as reputable of a brand as it used to be. Sometimes I think people are just getting makeup tired. I don't get makeup tired, but I think some people do. And, this is my recommendation. Just be selective. I mean, watch the videos, but be selective about what you buy, And I've been using this for a week now, and I can honestly say something was not right. That's why I had to go back watch the original video from where I purchased, and I missed it. I totally missed that it's a pressed powder that you put on over your foundation to give you this beautiful glow. And that's what we're going to do today. So anyway, getting back, yesterday was my appointment for the mapping and the forming. And it was, wow, what an experience. Honestly, there's just so much involved. First of all, it's kind of like, being totally exposed from the, hips up to the radiographer and the two techs. That's a little unnerving. The only one that really gets to see me is my husband. Of course, they did get to see me at the breast center. But this was different. This was like, I'm like standing there, or I'm getting on the machine, I'm getting off the machine. So what they do is they set up the machine with all these different forms, and they have you get on. I'm going to be laying prone. So my face is going to be in this little cushiony thing, and the side, my breast that they're going to radiate will be hanging down through an opening of the table. And they fit you. And they run you through a CAT scan machine. And while you're in there, the CAT scan machine takes images. They had to take me out, and they had to readjust me and put me back in. I've never had a CAT scan before, so I did get a little bit of motion sickness as I was going in there because it was just a weird feeling. But then, I got used to it. I did feel like I was gonna, I had that feeling in my stomach, kind of like car sickness. but I just kept breathing steadily, and it went away. And so after that, they put an ink tattoo in the middle of my back. They put a tattoo on the side of my breast. They put stickers on my back that have markers on them that will stay on. And this is so after they ship out all the numbers that have to do with how they formed me on the table, it's mathematical. Plus, they took pictures with a camera too. And all that goes to a company that makes the form that I will be laying up against or on when I go and get my radiation. And so that takes about 2 weeks. So I will be starting radiation on May 12th. So I'm actually just packing this on my lid. I'm not doing my crease first. This is a beautiful palette. I just want you to, it's their original. It's the original one that they launched, that everybody fell in love with, and it went viral. So I start radiation May 12th. My daughter I was supposed to pick her up tomorrow morning at the airport. And as soon as I got out of my appointment yesterday, and it took a while, plus I had to meet with the nurse, plus I had to meet with the social worker, because I didn't have to, but they suggested, because there are things that the hospital offers, like you can get a free massage, you can get gas cards, and you can get grocery gift cards, things like that. And I had said to the social worker originally, I think I'll be okay. And they're like, take advantage of it, because it's offered to everybody. So I met with her, and after that, I was ready to leave. And, I got the first day for me to go to radiation, and it's around midday, which is perfect for me because I'm not a morning person. So I have time to get up, have my coffee. While I was on the table, underneath my left breast bothered me. Like, part of the metal part of the table was hurting me. And they had asked me, and I said, I'm a little uncomfortable under here. Well, evidently when they had me in the CAT scan, the radiologist came in and she said, we don't like how evidently when I was in there, the radiologist had come in. They're on the other side looking out the window. And she said, I don't care for how she's slanted. So I want, take her out and reposition her. And they also noticed that the board was too close to my ribs. So they moved me. They moved the face form up, which my body could move up, which I felt a lot better. But I've been tender there, and I've been wondering, what is going on? Are my bras, my sports bras and things, too tight? But I didn't have a problem before. And I think what's happening is the fluid that I had building up here is now moving down. And so I get a call today that they want to fit me in physical therapy. And so they gave me a physical therapy schedule on 1 day a week. I'm going every day, 5 days for radiation. And so I will go to blah, 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 to physical therapy prior to radiation. And they're going to work a lot of this. And I'm really excited because I do have, just generally, you know, it has nothing to do with breast cancer, but I do have, my shoulders get sore, my left shoulder or my right shoulder. And right now it's my left shoulder. So I think that's all going to help the way I have to lay for radiation. So that's pretty much it. That's the update where that's concerned. I don't really have much else to tell you guys other than, yeah, I apologize. I don't want to deliver information that's going to hurt anybody. I'm not one of these influencers that feels like I have to, you know, I just have to show you stuff to show you stuff. And you know, I'm pretty much using the stuff that I show you. And if I find something wrong, then I want, you know, you guys to be able to know about it. So I'm taking a darker brown. I'm taking this one here. This was my lid. I'm taking this one here with a smudge tip. And I'm just going to go underneath my eye with it. I am not going to put my mascara on with you guys. I will put that on last, off camera. So I've been doing a lot of this. I've been doing a lot of smudging with a little smudge brush instead of eyeliner. And somebody in the comment section wanted me to do a video where I show a soft glam and I show a full glam. I would consider this, what I'm doing right now, I would consider this soft glam. So the next time I do a video putting makeup on, it's going to be a full glam, and it's going to be my falscaras eyelashes, and it's also going to be liquid eyeliner. And I'm going to try to do as many videos as I can. If I can't work during radiation, I'm probably still going to do videos to let you know how things are going. Now, this is really interesting because I have not used this gold yet. And I want to put that in the crease and up a little bit under my eyebrow. So I'm going to use a bigger brush. This one is clean, thank goodness. And I'm going to pick up some of that gold. And I am going to place it in the crease and just kind of work it up under my eyebrow. I mean, when you're putting your makeup on, you can step outside of your comfort zone a little bit, right? You can play around. And especially if you're somebody that wears glasses, because glasses will conceal a lot. Okay, let me get in close. Can you see? The one on the left needs a little more under the eyebrow. This one looks really good. This one, not so much, so. Could be my lighting, too. But really, what I wanted to show you today was the foundation. So I'm going to close this, and I'm going to get with the foundation. Though I did not order the pump, and I told you guys that because it was an extra $6. And this is a pricey foundation. It's like mid-range. It is very, very thick. But what I'm finding, or what I have found, is you do not need a lot of it at all. And that's where I went wrong. It's really a very, very nice foundation. So I'm going to take my buffing brush from Nicole Cosmetics. Needs to be clean, but I'm going to use it anyway. And I'm going to kind of load up my brush. I am loading up my brush. I'm going to scoop up everything that's on my hand, and it's going on my brush. Okay? Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start brushing it on. There's still plenty of foundation on this brush. Okay? Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pounce, and I'm going to work this into my skin. Just working it in. This is a really great foundation brush. It's a buffing brush, but I use it as a foundation brush. So I'm just working it in. That's all I'm doing. I'm going up here. Okay? I'm going to prove to you that there's still foundation on this brush. See that little dot right there? Let me work it over. See how less you can see? So as I pounce, I'm pouncing the foundation out of my brush. Now I can drag some of it underneath my neck. I have some spots here. We're not going to worry about them right now. Now, since I have it all deposited, I can buff it in. There's 2 dots right there, and they're minimized. Now that I'm older, I'm learning. I mean, I thought I was on YouTube for 4 years, but I've only been on YouTube for 3 years. I just got my 3-year anniversary. And now that I'm older, you know, I really want to be more mindful as to how I put on my makeup, but I'm still excited about things like baking and like really expressive eye makeup and things like that. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the brush that comes with the Tarte pressed powder. I'm going to get in close. You can see a very light sheer glow. And I'm going to take this brush and I am going to swirl it in, tap a little bit of it off, and I'm just going to gently put a little bit of it around the areas where I have large pores. Take a little bit of it and just kind of like set under my eyes. Go over my chin. And now I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to buff this right over my foundation with what's in the brush, plus what's on my face. I think that's really, really pretty. And it's not very heavy because I didn't put a lot of foundation on. I packed my brush with foundation. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my blush on, and then I'm going to get off camera and I'm going to come back with the rest of my makeup on. And we're going to call this a day. So back with the Profusion blush, really nice. I have a couple of blushes that I want to order. And guys, I do apologize. I have brushes everywhere. Everywhere. Okay, this looks like a decent brush. I think I'm going to use... Actually, this one is my favorite shade. This one is my second favorite. So I think I'm going to use this one here. And I'm just going to lightly, very lightly. I did my makeup the other day, and I did it up here. And I put my blush on. When I went downstairs, I was like, oh, I can't. I had already set my makeup. And I was like, I cannot leave the house like this. I mean, this is, gosh, I look like a clown. So I come back upstairs real quick. I took the foundation that was left in my brush. I went over my blush to tone it down. That looks good. That's about how much you want on. And then if you want to put a little up, and you want to put a little on the chin and down the nose. And I will be right back. Okay, my friends, this is the finished look. I haven't put my glasses on, but I wanted to get in close so you could see my eyes. My eyelashes are doing really well. I'm taking care of my eyelashes. I do have 3 coats on because that's what I like. I used my It Cosmetics eyebrow thin line for my eyebrows. So I'm getting a little tired of using the other one, and I thought I would switch it up. And I have my Makeup Forever walnut, whatever it's called, walnut something or other. I used my Makeup Forever Wherever Walnut lip liner. And, oops, there's the hubby, hold on. And then over the Makeup Forever liner, I'm using the Boomer Gal Sharon's Delicious Brown. And this is what it looks like. It's almost a perfect pairing with the Makeup Forever liner. It's a really pretty neutral color. And now, if I want, I can put a little bit of the City Beauty lip oil on it to give it a little bit of a sheen. Just in the center. I also used my Charlotte Tilbury Film Star Bronze and Glow. As you can see, I've hit pan. I have quite the dent here. And I believe this is 2 years old now. So I want to use this all up. And in my opinion, again, this is the best bronzer that I have ever used. I put it on, it works beautiful. It's not overwhelming, overbearing. And yes, you are going to pay more money. So I'm going to leave you with this question before I head out. I have a couple of foundations that I want to try. One of them I've been wanting to try for well over a year, and that is the Tom Ford Stick Foundation, but it's like $110. I would like to try Clinique's Better, I think it's Better Than Ever Serum Clinical Foundation. And that goes back 4 years, but I've never tried it. I would like to try, there is one other one that I want to try that's relatively new. It's a new launch. But all of these, you know, the Clinique is about 45, 50 bucks. And I think the other one that I want to try is up there as well. It's not Valentino. Gosh, I can't remember what it is. But I would like to try. Oh, I think it's the Merit Stick Foundation. So let me know in the comments section, please. Let me know which foundations you would like me to try. I am willing to spend the money for you and give you my almost 2 months away, 66-year-old opinion on those foundations. But I really like this. The Nars Radiant Foundation was the Skin Perfecting. I think it was the Radiance Skin Perfecting Foundation. That was my favorite. I raved about it and raved about it. And I'm kind of liking this one better for my mature skin. So now that I've learned how to put it on, now that I've showed you how to put it on, if you're older, it's a good mid-range foundation. It's very thick. Get the pump. Okay, I was being cheap because I purchase a lot of things. But get the pump because it will make a big difference in you taking it out. You won't have to use anything and stick it in. It's very thick and you don't need a lot. And that's where I went wrong. Okay, my friends, I think I'm done. We will do the Falscaras, a full glam makeup, and I have some clothes that I want to show you. I bought a new belt to go with an outfit of mine, and I'm just itching to show some of these videos, and those might be good videos to do when I'm going through radiation. So I'll put my makeup on ahead of time, and I'll just show you a couple outfits out on my front porch. Yeah, that's it. Be well, be blessed, be beautiful, because you are, because there is nobody else on the planet like you. Thank you for your continued support. I need less than 500 subscribers to get to 25,000 subscribers. And do me a favor. This is how the algorithms work. It's not so much about how many subscribers you have. It's about the clicks and the likes. The clicks, the likes, and yes, subscribers are important. I mean, the more subscribers you have, the more clicks and likes you're going to get. So it all works together. But yeah, let me know in the comment section. And if there's a foundation that you want me to try that I don't even know of, put it in the comment section. Okay. I will see you all in the next video. Time to shut the lights out. Bye-bye.